What's up, folks? I can't lie to you. Doing these videos are always my favorite to do, man. Semen retention. This is how a lot of you have found me in the first place. My first video, but I've been waiting to do this 5-month update, and I have even more to speak on than when I had to say last time. I don't know if I'm overlapping because I don't necessarily know what I was talking about in that video off top. But anyway, so the first thing that I noticed is that I have more confidence, and I think I said that before, but it is kind of extended to a take it or leave it attitude. Okay, so and with that, I take that attitude and apply it to like dealing with women, for example, or anybody, my mom also. But it's just like, all right, this is what it's going to be, or it ain't. All right, I may want this particular thing, but I don't have to have it. All right, so what's it going to be? All right, and also in myself, the belief in myself, confidence, just saying, well, if this person doesn't want me, I want me. All right, if nobody else bet on me, I'm gonna bet on myself. Okay, and I also tell myself, you know, even as far as relationships go, and I don't spend too much time focusing on that, but it's just like, okay, billions of people in the world, I'm really embodying that. Okay, like there isn't any one place other than the earth, obviously, where you can get the amount of people there are in the world in here. If we could, you'd understand how vast this world is, how many options there are out there for you in the dating world. So you don't worry about this one particular person and what they choose to do. You let go of that. Okay, you accept. See, this turned into a whole nother lesson, but you accept that you have no control over other people, and you just focus on your world. All right, that's my theme right now. Is hey, focus on my world. Spend more time on this world than I do with everybody else's. All right, I ain't got time to be entertaining everybody else's world. I'm entertaining this. Okay, so more confidence, more belief in myself, and when you have more confidence, you kind of have like a look, I ain't tripping about this, I ain't tripping about that. I don't care how people perceive me when I walk into public and things like that. For the first time actually today, this might not seem like much, but I gotta say it, man. I walked into a grocery store, I wore flip-flops with no socks. That's an undoable, hey, that's a no-no for me, typically. But man, look, I ain't tripping about none of that, man. Look, I went there to get my fruit. But anyway, more confidence. And look, if you don't believe confidence isn't a thing, having more confidence isn't a thing, who's our president? All right, then. And also, because I wanted to make a video on that, you may not like Donald Trump. I mean, whatever. I mean, I don't think about him. I don't check in to see what he's doing. And people may call me a fool for that or whatever. But one thing that I like about him is that he has tough skin. And you can't have tough skin without being confident. All right, you can't will yourself into anything without confidence, man. You can be second guessing yourself all the time. You're gonna let other people speak for you, and that's just not gonna work. That's not gonna fly for you. Okay, so more confidence. Take it or leave it. That's also my theme right now. Just take it or leave it. Okay, so the next thing, of course, is less anxiety, which is just good for me because I suffered from that for quite some time. All right, so I think I spoke on this before, but a lot of you guys have said that you experience shame after masturbating, but not necessarily because, oh, I feel shameful because what if people know I'm masturbating? Not because of that. It's just, I don't know, it's just an internal thing. It's just like you feel empty, you feel inferior for some reason. I don't know what all that's about. I didn't dive deep into it, but there's definitely some correlation there. Okay, you don't feel as full, you don't feel as, you know, as confident, as geared to go. All right, so when you're missing some of those things, it just opens up the gates for you to experience anxiety at a much higher level. Now I do experience anxiety, but I mean I can break out of it relatively fast. Cold showers, my people, cold showers, man. All right, it ain't the only thing, but yeah, cold showers, that's my thing right there. All right. So the next thing, just more bold. Just more bold. I'm not focusing on how I'll be perceived, as I said earlier, about the things that I want to do. All right. And that may be a little culture shock, that may be off-putting to some people, but that's okay. I'm trying to live my life, okay? So, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck, that book, well, I don't know who wrote that. What's his name? Mark Manson, I think. Yeah, so basically, to the tune of that, it's just that I'm going to focus on what I'm trying to do right here. I'm trying to focus on my individuality. I'm trying to focus on putting out what I want to put out and speak on the world the way I see it, and not be hushed by the masses and not be hushed by people who don't agree. Okay, so it's very important that you have all these things. You have the confidence and you have less anxiety, so, and that opens you up to be bold. Okay, I mean, even when dealing with anxiety, because I deal with anxiety, I still choose to be bold. All right, still choose it. Okay, because if and when you get your anxiety under wraps, you don't want it to be like, okay, now I could do those things that I always wanted to do. You want to be like, well, I'm glad I stuck it through. I'm glad I was doing a little something while I had anxiety. Now I'm where I'm at right now. Like, the floodgates are open. The momentum is just churning, baby. All right, so it's very important, you know, that you do find a way to be bold. That you exercise your boldness. You know. Just take your chances, man. Calculate a risk, but take your chances, okay? Talk to that woman. Nobody's out of your league. The only people that's out of your league are the people that you convince yourself are out of your league. Ain't nobody out of your league, alright? That's how I'm able to talk to every woman the same. I talk to every man the same, more or less. It might be less profanity, you know. I might not be as open. I don't like to talk too much, alright? That's the thing about me. I like to listen, not make a fool out of myself. You know, it's kind of hard to get that, you know, for other people to understand that, because, I mean, I have to do YouTube. I'm doing YouTube videos, so I have to talk. You meet me in person, I might not talk that much, alright? That's for a whole different reason. I mean, I'm not a fan of small talk and trying to force something that just ain't there. So be bold, alright? And when you're confident, you also feel like you don't have to force things, alright? Just bringing up my previous points. So another thing is that you're less desperate, which is, yeah, I guess is from the tree of take it or leave it. But I want to elaborate on that as far as, you know, being desperate goes. When you're desperate, you settle. You're willing to settle. You're willing to make a compromise, okay? So a desperate seller, when it comes to, you know, I'm trying to sell my house, I forgot the word that they use. Motivated seller. No, you're desperate. Okay, nobody wants your fucking house, so you're gonna lower the price. All right, you're gonna get yourself a settlement. Okay, you go to court. You don't know if you're gonna get all that you asked for, so you take a settlement. You may say, "Oh, that's good enough" or whatever, but it's still a compromise. All right. Now, obviously, it would take longer to get the big payoff, but hey, sometimes it's worth it. So I'm less desperate, okay? If anybody's kind of threatening to walk out of my life, for the most part, I'm okay with that, okay? It's not 100% of okay, open door, you know, you leave if you want, and whatever, don't matter to me. I won't be thinking about you. So I'm not necessarily at that point, if I can be perfectly honest, but 90-something% of the time, if you want to leave, you can leave, baby. I've been alone many times. I've been down on my luck many times. You know, lonely, depressed, all of that, man. I had to find a way to will myself out of that. So, although I may like to have you in my life, I'm not going to compromise myself and be desperate to keep you around here. No, I'm not making that type of settlement. So, another thing that I noticed is that I'm just more productive, okay? I'm always looking to put in some work. And in fact, you're gonna be seeing a lot more of my YouTube videos. I think I want to upload more than one a day, but don't necessarily hold me to it. Just understand that you're gonna get a lot more of my videos, because I've been brainstorming and I wrote down, like, I got like 40-50 ideas written down already. So and there's a part of me that's been questioning, like, oh, well, really, should you do that? What if you run out of steam or whatever? But it's also the part of me who read the book, The Power, now, and just understand, like, well, I may not make it to this date or whatever, so why am I holding off? All right, and obviously I'm not going to flood y'all But I'm just gonna put out material as I see fit. This is what I like to do. Alright, and I feel like this will work in my favor. Alright, I listen to my intuition. Alright, so make sure you just focus on meditating. See, this is the thing. I wanted to write down my intuition was better, but when I was writing it down, I started to think on like how there will even be a correlation. But now I know it's because I'm not second guessing myself too much. All right, I'm obviously comparing moves. Okay, so if I decide on something, I try to think if there's a better move. All right, you learn that from playing chess. Everybody learn how to play the game of chess. I don't care how old you are. I learned how to play when I was 22. It's one of the best things that you can do for yourself. I am telling you, chess is not a game. It is a life simulation. It is a life simulation. If you know how to play chess, if you're fairly decent, you don't have to be among the best in chess. You can outthink most people. If you can outthink most people, you can outthink the obstacles that will be placed in your life. All right. So I just feel like I needed to say that. But I'm more productive, okay? I'm getting things done. I am not satisfied with mediocrity, okay? And every time that I have spells and have streaks of just being mediocre and not being all that productive, I shut it down. I shut the operation down. I pull out one of my journals. This ain't my main. This is my side hole right now. But I pull out my journal. And I just jot down till I get real with myself. I don't try to beat myself up anymore, because I understand that doesn't work for me. I like to be compassionate, but still firm. All right, so tough love in a sense. So getting more done. All right, and the reason for that also, my next point, I'm more creative, more resourceful. I'm resourceful in a MacGyver type way also, man. Like, I wish I'm gonna try to explain. So the headrest behind me in the car, right? I keep my daughter like directly behind me. I'm not in the driver's seat right now. I'm in the passenger seat, but I keep my daughter right behind me, and I want her to watch this YouTube show called Achille and Me. It's a child show that's based in Africa, and I don't have anything to clip it onto. Now, obviously, you can buy those things. So what I did was I took that, put it in between the headrest and the seat, and then I put the headrest down, and she can watch it like that. Just MacGyver type things. Just be resourceful. Just use your creativity. But as far as creativity goes, more ideas. Okay, so initially when I started thinking about making this YouTube channel, start uploading videos, I'm like, there's no way I could come up with more than 30 ideas. But as I started to go along with the semen retention as well, more ideas just start coming up, more and more ideas. Okay, now I know where to find ideas here. I know where to find ideas here. Okay, I'm going to brainstorm. All right, there's enough material in the world around me. I just gotta go get it. Okay, I gotta keep learning. All right, so that's an incentive. It's a reason to just keep learning, so you can just keep passing it on, and everybody else's life will be better as a result. Get money. All right. So the next thing is that better sex. Now, people will call me a fraud. They call me a hypocrite because of that. But what the fuck? I'm having sex. Alright? Yeah, a little semen is going to come out. A little tiny bit. Alright? But I'm not ejaculating. Alright? Grow up. A little semen is going to come out if you've been horny all day. Okay? It's the male equivalent of being wet, I guess. Alright? A little semen going to come out. You'll be leaps and bounds of people who ejaculate on the regular. Alright? I've been called all types of things because I'm practicing this. And this is what I'm going to practice. Alright? I ain't changing my stance because y'all like to have your little 5 to 10 seconds of a nut and waste away your minerals, your vitamins, and all that shit. Alright? I'm saving mine for when I'm trying to make a child. I'm trying to reproduce. I already got a child, so I'm chilling right now. Alright? I'm chilling. Like, there's much more to life than a 5-second nut. Are you kidding me? Alright? So the next thing, more competitive. But this is more so against myself. Alright? I haven't really been playing basketball too much since I started practicing semen retention. I would actually be very curious as to how I would be now, because in the past, if I like masturbated right before I played basketball, I was doomed. Like, I was second guessing myself all those things. You know, just unsure of myself and being bodied by the other people. Now, granted, I'm smaller than most men, but I was also not putting in much effort to fight back. That ain't the case now. All right, which I'm kind of scared about, because I might get into a fight, which I actually did not too long ago. I got into a fist fight. You know, okay? You got me fucked up. All right, I'm willing to get into a fight these days. All right, that's for sure. I ain't put it on the list, but I'm aggressive. All right, you gonna be willing to fight, bro. There's no way around that one. All right, so the next thing, the final thing, my camera's about to die, so I'm kind of rushing a little bit. So I apologize, but I've been getting it in, man. You know, you got to do what you got to do. I'm just more mature. Okay, if I wrong somebody, I might get, you know, heated. I am aggressive and all that. I'll apologize. That's all it is. Like, I'm not gonna do petty shit and try to fuck up somebody's day or their life because I'm unhappy and things like that. I'll just find a way to work through it myself. You know, I'm trying to be diplomatic with everybody, and even if I feel like I didn't do, I was about to lie. I was about to say, even if I feel like I didn't do anything wrong, I'm gonna apologize. That ain't always the case. Sometimes I'm like, look, you got me fucked up, because again, I'm willing to fight. I'm willing to fight you. I don't care how big you are. I don't care if you practice MMA. You got a nose, you got a mouth, I'll punch you in that bitch. Alright. But I'm just more mature about the things. I'm looking for alternatives to childish behavior, while still being childlike, while still holding my youth. Still maintaining my youth. So, thank you all for tuning in. If you're new, like and subscribe. To the people who've been holding me down since the first video, thank you, and I hope you really got some value out of this video as well. Thanks a lot, man. Always do your best, put some good into the world, create, plant seeds, drink water, breathe breathe slowly, all those good things. All right, take care, my folks, man. I love you so much, man.